Hello everyone, I am standing here with the entertainment, media, personality, mogul, Joe Clear. Y'all all know him.
Yeah.
I don't need to say much because you see him, you know him. He's a community activist and a made man for the upcoming event on Friday.
Yes.
So Mr. Joe Clear, first of all, thank you so much for accepting the honor.
No problem. Thanks for
nomination.
honoring me. I don't
Yeah.
get honored much, so it's an honor to be honored.
Well, that's the purpose of this, to definitely highlight the male achievers, the African American male leaders that folks are not necessarily looking at, because you do
Right.
so much work for the community, but you do it under the radar.
Yeah, kind of. I'm unabashedly like out there with my. I want my kudos now. You know how people say you're supposed to do charity work and
Right.
this, not me. I do my kudos. I want mine now. One, I want my kudos, but two, I want other black men to get up and shout about working in the community.
Thank you.
I mean, like,
Thank you.
why do we feel so?
Do
why
it
do we-
in silence.
Yeah, what is that about? I don't get that, especially when we need the help.
Yes, yes.
What are we ashamed to say that we need the help?
Absolutely. Well, you know, that's such a great point, because a lot of the honorees say, oh, I don't really want to be honored, I'm doing this in silence. And what you just said is so important, because in branding the narrative of African American male leaders, if folks don't know what you're doing, then
Right.
they're not going to know that there is another aspect to what's being out there, the negative imagery. So it
Yeah.
is important for folks to know what you're doing. And we thank you so much for doing what you're doing. You just told me about Covenant House and
Yeah.
you being a social service worker for so long and transitioning to entertainment. So being in the media, how do you feel a platform like the Made Man helps put African American men leaders in the forefront?
So for me, every event like this, any event in this vein, is just the other side of the narrative, as you said. It's the reinforcing of the guy who's sitting in the back, who may be the nerd, who may be the off-brand, or whatever you want to call it. It reinforces that your value is there. You have a long-reaching, long-term
Yes,
value.
yes.
You know, the things that happen to us in our childhoods and in our teen years that make us, we carry over. Part of the motivation for me was, you know, when I got called a nerd, or you live in the dirty house or whatever, they,
Yeah.
you know, the pointing of the finger.
Your foundation.
I was like, okay, but guess what? I can read very well. I know how to subjugate these verbs.
Yes,
You
yes,
understand
yes.
what I'm saying? I know how to mix these chemicals. I know how to,
Right.
I know how to do
Right.
a number of things. So I know how to, what do you say, balance this quadratic equation. Those kinds of things. So for me, when I would see something like Made Man and the Made Men going on, it was just a reinforcer.
Right.
I knew I was on point. I knew that I was okay,
Yeah.
despite what the girls said, despite what the cool guys said. You know, let's be real.
You're
Let's,
so clear.
let's
You're
be
on.
real.
You're
Oh,
on.
listen, and if you can go back and find anybody from there, even when they were pointing the finger, I
Right.
still believed in Joe Clear.
Yes.
Oh,
And we believe in Joe Clear, too.
oh, I believe wholeheartedly in Joe Clear.
So for those future made men, the ones that want to be the next Joe Clear, stand on your shoulders, what word would you give them? What word, if you could, to become who you are?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Truth.
Love it.
Find your truth.
Okay.
Find what your truth is and go with that.
So own yourself.
Own yourself,
Yes.
your truth, because yours will be unique. Yours will be unique to your situation,
I
your
like that.
your upbringing, and everything. And most of the made men that we're honoring and the people that we look up to are those unique individuals
Yes.
who kept taking the steps
Yes.
and became the guy in the
Yeah.
spotlight.
Despite the challenges.
Despite the challenges
Yeah.
and all, because and if I may, we all have challenges.
Yes.
All of us will have challenges, and Bob Marley has an incredible saying: every man thinks that his burden is the heaviest.
Yes, that's true.
Everybody thinks that their burden is the heaviest, so you're going to think that yours is the heaviest.
Yes.
But use that to motivate yourself. Keep pushing. You understand what I mean?
No, true. Your fear is your strength.
Yeah, your fear
weakness
becomes
is
your
your strength.
strength.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then you keep going.
I
In my
love
life,
it.
I've been able to use that to take me to places I never imagined and places I always imagined. I mean, to be real, you
Yeah.
sit and you daydream, oh,
Yeah,
I want
I
to do
wanna
this,
do that. Right.
I want to do that. And then when I did it, I was like, I'm a beast, I'm a beast. So I say,
are a beast,
so I
yeah.
say, you know, that define your truth
Yes.
as early in your life as you possibly can, and you know, cling on to mentors, cling on to be they real and intangible, or your
Someone
imaginary
follow.
mentor.
Right.
I have a lot of imaginary mentors that they didn't know that they
Right.
mentored me.
Exactly.
However, I followed his steps, and
Here you are.
here I am.
And you're just beginning.
Yeah. I'm just beginning.
Yes. So
Look how
thanks
gorgeous
to
I am.
thanks to Paxton Baker for your
Yes.
nomination. He's a phenomenal man.
Now, getting that honor and that nomination from Paxton
Yeah.
Baker of all people is just like a huge
Yeah, he's a
shot of
phenomenal
confidence
man.
in my
Yes.
arm. When I heard, ever since I heard that, man, girl, listen, I done picked up 17 new projects. I have a new this and a new that. My namaste is in place.
So final words. What are you looking forward to on Friday at the Nigerian Embassy with the Made Man event?
I just think the fellowship and camaraderie,
Yes.
being around like-minded people. We come from all walks of life. We come from all different professions, but we share a common goal in the importance that helping young black men plays in our
Yes,
lives.
yes.
Each of these people that you name has a clear and concise feeling in their heart,
Right,
mind, and soul
right.
for what they want to do for our
Consciousness.
community.
Yeah, I love it.
But if every guy you talk to says, "Well, I took this job at this huge corporation,
Right.
but then I go back and I give to
Right.
where
Build
I
that
came
bridge.
from." Exactly.
Yes.
So I can't wait to be around and see if I can get some new angles,
Yes.
some new, of course, networking,
Right, right.
and let's not forget that we have a lot of this altruistic stuff that we're talking about.
Yes.
We help the community, we make men, but also this networking is about financial as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
We're
shaking
building
hands.
that.
Listen,
You
there
like shaking
is-
hands with the
listen.
doers and the movers and the shakers.
Well, here's the thing. We act as if having goals of being financially stable or comfortable or even wealthy is something that we should be ashamed of.
Right.
No.
You heard it from Joe
I mean,
Fair.
really think about it. You work hard here in America.
Yes, yes.
We are standing in America. We are the dreams of the
Yes.
slaves. The slaves dreamed of us.
Putting us here.
But
Right,
think about it.
right.
Just think of, all right, I know we don't
No,
have a
no,
lot
no,
of time,
no,
but
go
just
into it,
just
please.
think about, if you were a slave dreaming about your next generation
Right.
and the one after that and the one
Right.
after that. So here we are, me and you, standing here in front of this backdrop, black man on the camera,
Yes.
and we are being as articulate and as beautiful as we ever wanted
Yes,
to be.
yes.
When we couldn't, that was against the law
Yes,
in this
yes.
country.
Yes.
So, if you think about it in those terms,
This is major.
well, here we are. We're really doing it. What comes along with that? Well, there's some self-sufficiency in being wealthy or well off or financially stable. So let's not forget that part of the narrative as well. You're not being greedy because you get up and work hard for your dollar and you multiply your dollars.
Yes.
You're not being you're not on the devil's side
Right.
by becoming prosperous.
As you
You're
said,
on
legacy building.
yeah, it's legacy.
It's
So
legacy
why
building.
not shout that out
Yes.
as much as we possibly can? And for the young men who are becoming made men,
Yes.
I know one of the things when I go speak to youth groups, the biggest thing that attracts them is, well, what about the money, Mr. Clay? How much money do you make? Is one of the
Right,
first
right.
questions.
Well, that's
And
the real question.
I never shy away from it from them, and I never, I watch the teachers or whoever. Why would you say that's embarrassing? No, that's not embarrassing.
Right.
You want me to tell this guy to dream to be broke?
Right.
No, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
So no, keep that financial narrative going,
Yes.
as well as we become culturally sound, as we become spiritually sound, emotionally sound, and all those other things.
Yeah.
Don't forget the
Financially
financial
sound,
part.
right.
You sleep better with some
Right.
money in your bank account.
Right. But to get there,
To get there, there's a
Yeah.
lot of hard work, there's a lot of determination, there's a mindset that comes along
Yeah.
with it, and all those other things. So don't forget the prosperity part too.
I love it. You're just phenomenal.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you. That's why.
First.
Could you please call Miss Claire and tell her I'm phenomenal? She doesn't.
Miss Claire, he is phenomenal.
I told you, baby. I told you.
Thank you so much.